Welcome DevOps, cloud engineers, and SREs. Monitoring is no longer optional. It's a critical skill that separates good engineers from the great ones. And if you want to build end-to-end observability with Prometheus and Grafana, you are in the perfect place. This lesson is a part of my complete Udemy course, Prometheus and Grafana Bootcamp, Monitoring for DevOps and the SREs. This is a fully hands-on project focused program where you will learn real monitoring pipelines, alerting systems, dashboards, PromQL queries, exporters, metrics, logs, and the production grade monitoring pattern. The complete bootcamp link with the discount is available in the description. Today, we will dive into a practical monitoring and type used every day in real world DevOps and SRE teams. So stay with me, follow along, and let's build the observability skills together. Let's get started. Hello team, welcome back. In the previous few lectures, we have seen that how we can add the different panels in the MySQL Grafana dashboard. And we was creating a great visual dashboard. Today we will continue the same dashboard and we will add a couple of more panel in that dashboard. So I will go to the Grafana and this is the dashboard on which we was working and we have added a couple of panels over here. Let's add few more panels on this dashboard. So this is the SQL file we was using, correct? And today we will start from here. What we will add? We will add this particular panel. This is a stat kind of panel. And what it will tell you? It will tell you what is the replication lag between the master node and the replication node. You are writing up the data on the master node and that data must be replicated on the slave node or the replication node, correct? So what is the lag between this particular replication? This will tell you this particular figure and this is really an important figure. Why it is important? Because if you have too much of lag, let's suppose you have a 4 hour, 3 hour, 2 hour lag between the master and slave replication or master the replication server replication, then definitely your database is not in a good health. If you lost your master node, you will lost the 2 hours data because the data is not synced with the replication server. So how you will recover it? So this is important metrics. So let's add a stat kind of panel for this. So I will add the new visualization, select the stat, add the panel name, and then slave replication lag. Over here, we will select this query. You see it is reading the data from the status table, Grafana monitoring status table, and reading the variables replication worker time and replication max worker time. These are the two variables. I need to select the data source, go to the code base, and execute my query. If I will go to the table view, you see you are getting the data in the time series fashion, correct? And that value you are getting in each 5 minutes. But do we really want this in a time series manner? This is the question, and this is all depend on your requirement. If you have a requirement that you want to fetch the trend of the replication lag, correct? You want to fetch the trend, then you can use the time series data. But if you want to only watch that what is the current status of my replication lag, then you can put a stat. And I just want that what is the current replication lag because this is important instead of the trend, correct? Whenever I need the trend, I will simply change the panel and it will show me the trend. So I'm just interested in the current replication lag. I will save this dashboard. So this is the panel we have added. Let's adjust this panel and I will adjust this panel in the bottom here where it is displaying the number of MySQL slaves connected with your master, and it is also displaying the slave and master replication lag. This is the one panel we have added. Next, what? Next panel we will add regarding the space uses. We will track that which database is using what space on my server, and it will show you the space in the gigabyte. Correct? It will show you the space in the gigabyte. This is going to be bar chart, so I will open this, add a new panel, bar chart kind of panel, define the panel title, track space uses, and define the purpose, right? Purpose is important. Why? Because somebody who's debugging this particular dashboard, they can realize that what is the purpose of this dashboard. Choose the data source, go to the code base and put this query. Run this query. Now you are getting the data like this. If you will go to the table view, you see at a particular timestamp, you are getting the data of multiple databases. Over here you see at 1831, 14th of April 1831. You are getting the data of the Grafana monitoring. Same, you are getting the data of the information schema. Same, you are getting the data of the MySQL. So we need to put some kind of transformation on the basis of the DB name so that I can only get the size, the total size of my database at a particular time frame, right? How we can do that? Very simple. We will use the transformations and we will use a transformation group by matrix, right? And over here, no, we will not use the group by matrix. We will use the group by. We will use the group by because we want to club. We will group by the data on the DB name. So over here, you see you are getting the DB. It has nothing to do with the time series. We really don't need it. And on the DB size, we will calculate the total. So you see, you are getting the database name and you are getting the size of the database in gigabyte. Let's go to the view. So this is the dashboard you are getting, but still I don't see, I want to change the view. I want a view that, and what I believe I want to change it in the horizontal fashion. So over here you have the database name and over here you have the size. But one more change I want in this particular panel, I want the order of the database as per the size, either descending or either ascending. So you need to choose a sort by, and we need to sort the field on this DB size sum. So you see, it has short your data. Click on the reverse. So it will show the total size of your database on the top, then the database name, size, database name, size, database name, and size. And over here you have the data. Save this dashboard. Go to the panels. This is not so important, so I will keep it below. Let's suppose I'm keeping it here. Before, after the query per second and before the slow query count. So these are the two panels I have added. One is this, the space usage, and another one is this, which is the slave behind the master, the replication lag. Now what? Let's see what other panels I can add on this dashboard. So next is something which is a SQL commands per second, very important panel. It will basically tell you that what is the total select, insert, update, and delete query executed on your database per second. Per second, right? So this is the query. You see we are reading the variable name com select, com insert, com update, and com delete. I will copy this, and before copying this, let's select the panel. Add a panel. This is again a time series data, SQL commands per second, and this is the purpose that what we are getting. Now I will choose the data source, go to the query mode, and I will execute this query. Run this query. Now you see you are getting the data like this. This is a count, this is the time, and this is a value, and we don't know what is this value and what is this count. If you will go to the table view, then over here you see you are getting some kind of confusion that at each timestamp you are getting the 4 record. Delete, insert, select, update. Again, each timestamp you are getting the 4 record. It means we need to club the data on the basis of the metric. We need to club the data on the basis of the metric so that it can show me that what is the delete, what is the insert, what is the select, and what is the update count at a particular timestamp. So I will add a transformation, and I will add a transformation of the group by. Group to matrix. Select the column. Let's suppose we want a column on the metric and we want a row on a time, and we want to calculate a value. So over here you see at each timestamp you are getting the value of delete, insert, update, and select. Correct? You see at this particular time frame, this is the value of delete, insert, this is the value of select, and this is the value of update. Right? We are getting every information over here. Go to the table view and we are getting the graph. If you are getting a blue line over here in the graph, then definitely that is for the delete. Yellow line in the graph is for the insert. Sky blue or semi blue line on the graph is for the select, and orange line on the graph will be for the update. Save this dashboard. Go to the dashboard. This is an important query, I believe. Right? This is an important data that how many SQLs are executing on my database per second. So I will keep this particular panel on the top of my dashboard. Next, let's add a couple of more panels. So go to the SQL, and next we will add this MySQL threads connected and running. This is very important. This will tell you that how many SQL threads are basically connected with your database and how many SQL threads are in the running state on your database. It will visualize the average number of MySQL threads, that how many SQL threads are basically connected with your database. And this kind of dashboard will basically provide you the clarity that do you getting any anonymous connection from the outer world, because you know very well that how many threads can execute on your system, right? How many databases are connected. So this will tell you a lot of information, and this is an important panel. So I will create a panel. This is again going to be time series base. This is the panel name and this is the panel description. Correct? I will add the data provider and I will go to the code base. Over here, I will simply copy this query. I'm calculating the thread connected and the thread running from the Grafana status. We are getting the data like this. Why we are getting a data like this? Is this a meaningful data? I don't see. If I will go to the table view, you see at each timestamp, I'm getting the two values, thread running, thread connected. Again, a timestamp, thread running, thread connected. So this is the similar thing what we have seen in the previous panel. I need to put the transformation. What transformation I need to put? Group by matrix. Choose the metric as a column, choose the time as a row, and choose the value as a value. Correct? Go to the table again, and you see you are getting the time series data. Threads connected are in the green line and threads running are in the yellow line. So total 2 threads are running on your database and there are 5 threads which are connected with your database. Save this panel. Now again, this is an important metric. So I believe you can keep it at a third place on your dashboard. I will keep it below the network. What are the other panels we can add on our database? Let's go back. So next we have the heat map, and then next we have the top commands executed in last 1 hour. So team, this is an homework for you, right? We have seen multiple times that how we are adding the dashboard, what transformation we are adding, how we are adjusting the panels and everything, right? So what you can do, you can create those panels by yourself, right? This SQL query, whatever the SQL I'm executing, this query is attached as a resource section with the lecture. You can simply go to the resource section of this lecture and you will be able to find out the GitHub location of this SQL, which is a part of the open and public repository. So you can directly use it and access it. So the exercise is you need to add these two panels. Let's go back to the dashboard. So over here you see what we are doing. With the help of the Grafana, we are doing a live monitoring of my database. Can you do all these things by analyzing the logs manually? Not possible at all. You cannot get the things as easily as you are getting over here if you are analyzing the log. Either you or machine is analyzing the log. You will not get this kind of data, this kind of visualization, this kind of comfort, and this kind of clarity on your application. Everything is in front of your eyes. What is the total SQL command executing per second and what kind of commands are executing? What is the total number of connection connected with my database? What is the MySQL network incoming outgoing? Correct. What is the Indo buffer pool we are using? What is the MySQL threads running and connected with my database? How many users are connected with your database? What is the stat of those particular users? What are the top SQLs command executing on your database? What is the space uses on your database? What is the queries executing per second on your database? What is the replication server connected with your database? What is the size of your database? What is the slave and master replication status on your database? What is the read input output thread status on your database? What is the solo query count on your database? There could be the n number of stats you can put on a dashboard, which is useful for you. So if you are a database engineer, you are a DBA, right? You understand very well that what I'm explaining, and you can use those dashboards and you can add the dashboards which is out of this particular lecture scope. But if you are a DevOps engineer, then you will get those requirements from the engineering team that I need this kind of database, that I need this kind of dashboard. Then you need to basically analyze the requirement, you need to prepare the dashboard, and then you need to hand over that dashboard to the engineering teams. Correct? So this kind of things are very important. This is the monitoring, how you can monitor your live application. And you see we are monitoring the live application of my database. So we have added a couple of panels. It's up to you that if you want to add a couple of more panels, correct? And I recommend you to add the more panel on this particular dashboard so that you practice those things and you get to know that what are the challenge you may face. You may experiment with the visualization of the panels, you may experiment with the grouping, the transformation. There are the n number of things which you can do. This is not like what I'm explaining as a part of those lectures. This covers everything. No, we are not covering everything. Correct? We are covering the things which is important to learn. So you can explore the thing by yourself and you can create much better dashboards. Correct? So that's all for the day. In the coming lecture, what we will do, we will put some kind of real-time load on application and we will see that what is the change we will get on this particular dashboard. I will save this dashboard and that's all for the day. So thank you team. See you next time. You just saw one session. Imagine learning everything. In a full Prometheus and Grafana bootcamp, you will find and build production dashboards, alert rules, notification channels, PromQL query skills, exporter-based monitoring, real SRE grade observability setup. A special discount link is waiting inside the description right now. If you want to level up as a DevOps, cloud, or SRE engineers, this course will do it. Don't wait, enroll now and start mastering observability sessions today. And subscribe for more full lecture uploads.